Now, today someone sent this in. Advice, please. I am 39 years old, uh, almost 40. I met this guy here. We are in love, but he is 37 years old. He wants us to move in and get married. I feel like the gap between us will mess us up. The guy is hardworking, he is mature, and has all these qualities of a man of my choice. So, what's the question here? It seems like he ticks all the boxes except for the fact that he is 2 years younger than you. And honestly, if that's an issue for you, it's a valid issue. It's a valid reason for you. But I feel like a 37-year-old man is, it's kind of, he's no longer a child. You really cannot compare him to like a 24-year-old or a 27-year-old. This is a 37-year-old man. But if you feel like it's not for you, it really should not be for you. He may tick all the boxes. Yeah, and why settle? Why settle for anything when you can have everything you want?
Yeah, I say date your type. And
Yeah.
this is exactly that. Date your type. If this is already bothering you now, it's not going to go away. This guy is never going to be somehow miraculously 2 years older than you or your age. It will just never be that. So it will consistently be something that you're holding against him, holding over him, holding against yourself, it's like a lot. Just don't do it. Date someone who's your type. He may be all these things, but he will also be all these things to someone else. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to be all these things for you. He can be all those things for someone else. So date people who are your type, date people who you like, instead of forcing things and then having just a weird. I get it. I can't date anyone younger than me. I can't date anyone who's my age either, or it's just not for me. And so just don't do it. Don't do something you're going to regret, or you're going to make them regret for the rest of their lives by condescending, looking down at them, talking down to them, because you immediately in your mind you're babying them. It's just not gonna work out, babes. It's not gonna work out unless by one day you wake up by holy intervention of, I don't know, all of their ancestors, all of his ancestors working in his favor, unless they all come through in your dreams, and suddenly you change your personality and character. Whoo, changes. It's not gonna work out. But that's entirely up to you. You may wake up that day and decide he's the one, and you are okay with it. Then it's okay too. Moving on, let's talk about mambo yani relationships tu ni mingi. However, love languages has become a huge conversation over the years, and there's one that keeps popping up, and we're asking, should we be adding it to the love languages to make them an equal six, an even six? Let's get into it. Can money be a love language? The trend that is that we've seen women just before they're getting married, that morning of the wedding. There's one I saw. Mpaka nikasema, wow, wow, wow. She got a bouquet, that money bouquet, okay? Then there was a box of other monies, and then there was a castle made out of money, and then, like she had stacks and stacks and stacks of just money built up as a surprise from her husband to be. And we're like, okay. Then there was the other Nigerian lady, same thing. It was the day before her, a few hours before her wedding. She's in her changing room, she's got her makeup done, and she gets handed a box, and it was just money from her man. And we're like, okay, girl. And she was so happy, and you could tell this is something that makes her happy. And so it's starting to become a trend, these money bouquets. Those it's a bouquet, but instead of flowers they put money in it. You've seen people receiving those quite a bit, especially during these big events like Valentine's. A person will just randomly show us on date night, this is what they got. And I'm like, okay, I love dealing with a rich, it's okay, that's okay. But a lot of people are against it, saying it's very materialistic, saying that it is probably not a good thing to and to propagate this and make it a trend, make it a thing that people, don't make it our responsibility. Like, yuck. Why are you jealous? Why are you jealous that someone else is succeeding? Why? So the question remains, is gifting someone money an actual form of showcasing love? And I've been seeing Turi making faces for the last 2 minutes as I've been speaking. Clearly you have an opinion. What is your opinion?
Money is definitely a love language. That's for sure. But there's also a new people who are a new breed of people who have been doing the most, because with the money bouquets, you know how it's been, different denominations. The brokies wanatumia 50-50 and that's okay. Hujaza kibaba. But these new people who have been putting coins on a money bouquet. May thunder strike you. May thunder. Please remove yourself from this conversation. But to the people who are very busy saying, money is not a love language, you guys are just propagating immorality and greed, it is because nobody is gifting.
Making people obsessed with money.
Even me, when I was not receiving these things, I used to talk about them badly. I would see a TikToker, mtu amesema, mama got me this, be like, so what? It's only because I was also not receiving. But when you receive these things, you're like, perhaps this is my type. So all I'm saying is date your type, okay? And communicate this to your type and say, hey, my love, this is what I like. And when they give you these things, when they give you cash dollars, Kafami has said, in the boxes, in bouquets, what do? You appreciate it. You say, thank you. Thank you, Big Daddy with a big bank, okay? Minister of Enjoyment. Be very appreciative. Not everything has to be reciprocated. Sometimes you just say thank you and be on your merry way. Yeah.
I do have another question, though. There's a little ball of contention for me, which is, some people do really do it for you because they know that that's something you like. For example, I know for sure if Turi received a money bouquet from me and my household, tukimwambia, no, welcome to the new year, mama, welcome to the new year, she would be very appreciative. In fact, she would be so happy, she would post it all over social media, okay?
Yes.
Alikuwa tuko na announce, anasema, my friends are rich,
Where
right?
are your friends?
However, there are people who would feel like, or there are people who do it with the intent of not wanting to get to know you. Like, I don't care to know you or what you like.
It feels transactional.
It's a very shut up, here you go, here's some money. So it doesn't have the same effect or the same heft of showcasing love and care. It's just they don't know what they can get you. They don't know you well enough to know that this is what you like. So they just shut you up with money. And there is where I have a little bit of an issue. However, because if you don't like it, you need to talk about it. Like, if you do not like this as a form of gift giving, just tell someone. Like, hey, I prefer when you do something more meaningful. Instead of giving me money, give me an actual physical, tangible gift. Give me a car, okay? Nipatie Brabus, okay? Nipatie mansion, ka apartment hapa Kileleshwa Lavington, okay? Nipatie kagari nieke hapa ikuwe inafanya kazi ya transportation and logistics, all right, on the taxi apps. So my thing is, if you are receiving a huge sum of money or you're receiving a great asset, oh daddy, can you please also document it? Watu wagapi wamerudisha magari? The rumor that has been mwenye alisimamishwa katikati ya Mombasa Road, akanyaganywa posh. That rumor has always stuck with me, and every time I think about those situations and those scenarios where people were given great assets and then they were taken away. In fact, even Lilian Nganga, there was that whole thing of allegedly people breaking into her house and an apartment that had been gifted to. Long story short, it do be crazy. It do be ghetto out here. So make sure that you're documenting this, that you are also putting it in a nice place. Like, easy come, easy go. That's one thing I noticed. When it comes to you easy, it will go away. So you don't feel the pain of spending that money. So I think also just bank it, use it for other important things. Don't just waste it. So documentation. Because people keep saying, and I quote, it's very easy to get comfortable in a relationship and forget the little gestures that go a long way. If you don't fancy cash, Document it. It helps you remember things. It helps you to remember the things that can easily skip your mind so that you don't take your partner for granted. Yeah? So make sure you tell them. And if you do get the things, make sure you also, take care of them.
But also, most importantly, communicate what you want.
Yeah.
If this is a thing you feel like will bring you happiness in a relationship, communicate it.
Tell 'em.
Say, babe, please, I just want some money. Because sometimes we leave the choice of gifting to our better halves. You're like, I just want it to be something thoughtful. And then they give you something that you completely don't want or have no interest in. For example, amekuletea, class ya pottery, amekunulia, a session. It's a cute gift. It's a cute thoughtful way of spending a Saturday. We are going pottery. We are having fun. We are creating cute things. But also, I have acrylics, babe. So what happens? Like, I take them off. Like, if you know that you've received a few gifts that were not to your liking and you just want to be ungrateful, but you also want to enjoy gifts, just say, my love, give me cash doila. Just give me an envelope. Like, if you want to make it rain, do something dramatic. Make it rain in an enclosed environment where you can collect it safely. Like, just give me what I want. It's just communicate. And you don't sound ungrateful. I saw somebody saying that other people prefer when you communicate what you want, other than being the silent, furious person. Like, you're silently fuming. You're silently just not content with the situation. That's worse than you just saying, hey, this is not for me. Give me what I want.
Also, let them know, listen to why they're giving it to you. Yeah. Why is it that you're giving me money, right? Why is it that you are doing this? And honestly, to be entirely honest, if I gave you cash doilers, mabunda, and then there's a beautiful bouquet of flowers there and a nice cute little note, what's the first thing you're going to touch if you like money?
Money?
Yeah?
Oh,
Nimekuletea
kama
all
notes.
these gifts, sindio? I have given you a nice little stack of money here, a beautiful bouquet of flowers, and then in addition to that, I've written down a cute little note. Which one will you open first?
You smell the flowers, you read the note, because you're a decent person. It's the same thing as when your grandmother would put money inside your birthday card. And when you're opening your birthday card, you even
You're
let the money
pretending.
fall. Oh, wow, what a beautiful message. And Loki, you're just counting the money down here. We know what we are here for.
Because
okay?
it's money. Money will always be attractive. I'm sorry to tell you that it is the reality of matters. I feel like sometimes money can be a very vital gift. I will explain. Hiya, you have bought me the car. You've bought me all these. Let's say you've bought me the car, right? And it's nice, and I like the car. But do I really have the sustainability of fueling this car every day? Okay? Can I take it to mechanic? Okay? Can I? So why not give me money first, right? And then we get to the car. Do you know what I mean? Because by then I'm financially stable. If I gave you a car worth 2 million, okay, here's the choice. I either give you a car worth a million Kenya shillings, or I give you a 500k car and 500k in cash. Which would you choose?
You're doing too much. Just give me my car. Like, give me, because I'm assuming, like, if you're gifting me a car, you're not gifting me a car and just leaving it there. There's also an allowance for this car.
You see my point?
Kwani mnadate akina
The
nani?
implication is there, right? Like, I need to be able to sustainably keep this thing that you've given me. We live in separate houses, right? And in these separate houses, you've decided, you know what? I'm gonna buy this girl. I don't have a job. I don't have any of these things, right? I gift you a nice apartment. And then I leave you like that. See, it's a nice apartment. I've gotten you a place to stay. You have no money for electricity. You have no money for food. You have no money. For me, it feels like sometimes financial, like fulus to me feels like I can do what I need to do. There are things that I wouldn't be telling you that I need to do, but if I had the money, I would have done them for myself. There's some. It makes more sense to me to have cash than to have all these other things. If you gave me cash, I'd be able to figure out whatever. I can be that girl that I need to be, right? If I have a nice car, it's a nice car. If I have a nice house, it's a nice house. But am I financially there as well? Can I don't know. Am I making sense?
It's an interesting conversation.
It is, right? Because I don't know. Maybe people just look at it differently. Let us know what your thoughts are. Because personally, I feel like, would you rather get a gift or get money? Yeah? Let me know on the number 0770729366. However, in conclusion, I believe money should be added to the love languages, right? So acts of kindness, gift giving, what's the other one? Words of affirmation. What's the other one? Physical touch. And there's one more, and then now you add yes, affirmations, and then now you add money to the mix, right? Yeah, these are my opinions. What do you think?